dick. I believe women.
Say hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
There we go. Hello and welcome to the War Room. Oh, I don't like where the camera is.
The Worm Room?
The Worm Room.
I know, I don't like it either. Why would you do that?
It never looks
okay.
the way it's going to look live as it does.
Hold on, just sit. You hate me today.
No, it's fine. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, it's not the best.
Ooh.
We got the tilt. Whoa.
Oh, I hate this. Yeah,
right?
You should
I know it's not great. That's better though.
Is it? Oh, great.
Yeah, we're not exactly straight. Hold on one second. Let's see. Is that close? Almost. Pro streamers, everybody. There we go. I think we got it.
Your mom's got it.
What do we think?
Are you
closer.
here,
It's closer.
Look, oh, it's perfect.
It's good.
My producer should have told you what I need.
I know.
Can't believe you didn't. Okay. A lot of things going on today.
Lots of things.
Tell me all the Warhammer things as if I understand.
What, as if you understand? You understand quite a bit.
I do. The shy halloos. They have good eyes.
Yeah. Well, I did get up to move the camera.
For a nice chest shot.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Happy to be here. Are you happy to be here? That's a yes. I want to say, thanks to my amazing community, they funded a new model. I just ran out and got it this morning. The Gladiator that we were talking about 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you can make it as the Greeper or the Grant Glancer.
Right,
or
right.
the Valiant. Mm-hmm.
Gavilant.
Yes.
Gallivant.
Gallivant.
So cool.
Actually, so we can do a poll
build
today, asking which one, or we can talk about it later. That's fine. But yeah, so we'll be working on this,
Quirly.
And you all will get to decide which version. Unless we can, I haven't looked at the parts yet to see if you can pop these things in and out or magnetize them easily. But we'll do it together.
What if one of the poll items is whether it's the Glancer, the Greeper, or the Gavaliant?
Mm-hmm.
Gavilant. Okay. What if the fourth option?
Yes.
Is what it would look like if the orcs found it on an abandoned planet and made it their own.
Sure. I don't know if I have quite enough bits.
Thank you for the raid, Robin One Butts. It's okay. It's fine.
I just don't know. Like I said,
it's okay.
And I wonder if there's a. Yeah, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't looked to see what are all the little greeblies you can put over the back and the sides, and if you have to build it with the guy with his little head sticking out, or if there's a closed hatch you can use. But we will be doing that soon. But we already have a lot of things to do today and to talk about today. So what are you working on over there?
My Boomdakka Snazzwagon.
Which is already looking really good.
It actually does look really cool. I look forward to having a different kind of green maybe. Or
yeah, whatever
I'm
you
going to
want.
look into some greens that I can mix myself.
Sure.
And I still haven't decided on what I want to do with their actual emblem, like with the color of that.
Okay.
And now I feel like I can do some like not gunmetal, but like darker blacks and grays, and so like not everything on this would be metallic, but I focused on the metallics, and that made me happy.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Well, yeah, let me know whatever colors you want, and I can.
We'll find out the hard way. I have a feeling. So yeah, I like it. I do like it, and I think the blood's okay. I don't hate it still.
Yeah. I do have one of these, Blood for the Blood God, which is actual technical. It's blood. You like paint on blood. It's not made from blood, but it looks like. I'm trying to think if I have it on.
Thanks, Emily. From one artist to another, I take that compliment well.
I know I put this on.
Arsenal said, "Paint that bad boy pink."
Pink.
But
we got lots of pink going on today.
Ooh, we should look at Pink's albums and see if there's a good color scheme there.
So this is Games Workshop paints, and then they have a line of what are called technical paints, which it's just like extra fun stuff you can do on your models because there's a huge variety.
How to spend more money? Games Workshop.
Exactly. Some of it is like basing material. Some of it is to look like ice. Some of it is
that's cool.
Shiny things to make jewels, things like that.
Please remind us, audience, that one day I would like to do a terrain building day. I'll get some balsa wood, some hot glue.
Cool.
And then I want to do that.
So this is blood, and it's really thick. So you can string it across things, and it'll actually keep that consistency and dry that way.
Ew.
And it looks like blood.
I don't like.
You don't like it?
No, I mean I like it, but I don't.
Okay. So anyway, if you wanted to, you could add.
Well, let me get through this more.
I know I've used this on something, but I can't remember what I've used this on.
Some roadkill for the Snazzwagon. You're eating BBQ, drinking burr, and watching people paint on stream. Not sure. I think that's
highly successful.
I think that's a successful human day. You're humaning right today.
Yes. Ooh, you could do that. You could add parts of people and splatter it across.
That's fine.
Yeah, you certainly could do that.
I won't.
Well, you could. So yes, I've been experimenting with different formulations for my pink paint. If you were here on Wednesday, it was quite an experiment day, mixing various. So I'm using the pigment Tickled Pink from Mad Micah's. It's a powder, so I have to mix it with things. I was attempting to try to figure out if it would be good with water, if it would be good with liquitex Flow Aid, a mixture of liquitex Flow Aid and water, and got all these interesting but not great results. And then I was reminded that last time we tried it with Citadel Contrast Medium, and it looked pretty rad. So I'm going to continue experimenting with that. Thanks for the follow. Video Games Ahoy!
You still are blocking my...
No, I moved that the other day when I was doing... I'll move it. Hold on. Not that one. Thank you, though, for the follow. You've found the one channel on Twitch that has nothing to do with video games.
The one? There's a basket weaving channel.
I think I've seen that.
I've made that up, but I'm sure it's true.
No, I've seen people who do not basket weaving, but wool. Where you pick the wool apart and then you make the little characters.
Oh, I've not seen that. I do not know.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. Rabid Wombat also does not do video games.
Well, there's a lot that doesn't. I think it could be one of the only. Warhammer. It's probably not true either.
I don't know. So do you want to talk about gross people?
But here's why I have a question. I have a question first before we do.
Okay, good.
Why do we have to?
Well, it is all the new stuff is all about the gross people.
Video Games Ahoy saw the link. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be just like this cute girl who's like, what's Warhammer about? Wait, why are we going to talk about gross people?
Exactly.
Wait, why? Can't I paint them pink too?
Maybe you can.
Good. I'm just a little baby. Please, not that voice. I think this is satisfying some goals of yours. So, okay. So why do you talk about gross?
Why are we talking about gross?
Is it what was released today?
Well, no, it's coming soon. Actually, a lot of it was delayed because of 2020 coronavirus.
What?
No, thank you. That doesn't work for me. Please not that voice.
I guess I know what character I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, tune in later for Homebuddies group stream where you could hear more things like that.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, you know what it looks like? It looks like a set piece of a TOS. Star Trek: The Original Series.
Okay.
Just looks like some sort of like, what is this thing, Captain Spock?
All right. The chat decided that he had slaughtered Care Bears, so it was Care Bear pelt.
Oh, you need you need to graze it lightly with some white tips so it looks like.
I can do that.
Yeah, but let it dry first. Video game said I searched for super hot chick paints gross people.
Thanks. Well, yeah, we're not actually painting the gross people. We're just going to talk about them because we're not into the gross people. But they are a thing. And some people really like Death Guard. It is a faction that has a fair amount of popularity. It got really popular in 8th edition because they were really good in 8th edition.
Ah, interesting.
And now we're in 9th edition and...
they're not so good.
Well, it's complicated. Death Guard were very famous in 8th edition for having a rule called Disgustingly Resilient. And man, oh man, was that a pain in the ass if you were playing against them. It essentially said that every time they took a wound, every time they took damage, but every time they took a wound, no matter what the source was, even if it was like a magic spell that normally there would be no other way to prevent taking that wound, they could roll a die and potentially ignore it.
Gross people in real life deserve love, but it depends on how they are gross. But gross gods don't. Relax. What is your problem?
I'm just watching.
You're just certain I don't know how to use it.
No. I don't know how to use it. It says if you want to technically do this correct, you have to mix 1 part of this to 20 parts water, which is insane.
That's a lot.
But then this would basically go forever. You'd make gallons and gallons of this.
Oh, that's so... yeah, I misused it already.
Well, again, that's if you're using it for something...
to like...
I don't know.
To
I don't
like
even know what
extend the life of it. It's gotta be.
Yeah. But again, my friend uses this to thin his paints in his airbrush.
Oh.
Which is cool. I don't have an airbrush. One day.
We digress.
I'd like to try it. We do. Yes. So, if you're not familiar with the Death Guard, if you're new, welcome. Death Guard.
If you put that over my face, I swear.
I'm not going to put it over your face. We're too close.
I'm the moneymaker.
So Death Guard Marines typically look something like this. It's gross. They're large. They are heavy set. They have things growing out of them, tentacles. They ooze different things in different colors. They smell really bad. They're covered in flies.
I don't even want to look.
I brought lots of pictures. Oh, that picture's way too big. It's a good one, though. They frequently have holes in their armor where parts are dripping out of them or bulging. Yeah. So they're gross. They're real gross.
Do you like that versus the other one? Not so much, huh?
The body?
Yeah, that color versus this color.
I do like the color. Yeah, then you just do a wash on it. And a little...
Wait, what? Which color do you like?
The new color. Is that okay?
Is there an improvement? Is there an improvement to be made on the new color too?
Yes. Just to...
Bye.
Good luck. Okay.
I got it if they need anything.
Yeah, we'll be good. All right. So what?
10 minutes later.
I know. Yeah. You might hear screaming children, although they do during the week on all of my other.
There's really
streams.
no.
There's always children screaming. So what are the?
Give them context.
I mean, that's
what some people don't know you.
I have children, and they are loud, and that's pretty much it.
I mean, part of the course with children, they just need to know that you're not like.
Oh, right. They're not like other people's children I have in my house.
And you're torturing them.
Yes. No context. Screaming children.
They're not my children. And they scream.
Okay. So I'm going to mix up some more of my pink paint. I'm going to try it a little bit differently. Now, you said I need white.
So my offer to you.
Yes.
Is just don't even mix up a bunch. Just keep like, put a little bit of mica, put a little bit of white. Yeah, I know. I think you just need to be really patient with this one.
The super late breakfast of heavy pancakes. So they're going to need snacks all day.
That's how I successfully got that one. This is so.
Okay. What I really want, though, is I'm desperate to get the perfect formula so I can just make a lot of it at once. And I'm just worried that if I'm like trying a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit, like I don't know. Then you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying, like everything is like very, like I'm writing out how many drips for this.
Do you want it to look like that poster?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty close. Well,
it's still, you need a little bit, you want it to be a little less neon and, well, hold on. I know what you want. I know what you want.
Okay. Tell me, please.
No, mix it. Go mix this first.
Okay.
And then we'll add white and see how that goes. But just don't add a lot yet.
Right. No, I'm making small batches to test still. So I need 10 drops of contrast to 2 drops of liquitex and 1 scoop of...
You did actually use that.
I'm changing it slightly. Okay. I'm adding a little bit of liquitex because it was a little too thick. So I want to thin it a little bit.
Great. That's why I was advising not to make too much of it because of
the thickness. No, this is still a small amount. Yes, I want to get my formula down so I can make like I said, a big batch of it somehow and put it into a bottle and be able to just go from there. Because ideally, I want to paint an entire army with this color, so I don't want to, Okay, I need 10 drops. Oh, which one should I do first? Oh no, that's a dropper ball. Okay, good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you all remember when we talked about the Emperor and the Primarchs, right? You remember?
Mm-hmm.
So the Emperor, most powerful human being ever. He's a god. Just don't tell anybody.
I think we've decided the accent color. I think he's been more focused on actually getting this pink and then experimenting with accent colors after that.
Yeah, there are specific accent colors that I'm looking at that I want.
Yeah.
The last time I opened this up, a big cloud of it.
Your wife warned you about that. Do you not listen to her?
Listen.
Oh my gosh. I love pretending to be annoyed with you.
This color is so cool.
You must love it too.
Well, I keep having you back.
Oh, you're a simp.
I thought you don't allow that word.
I don't, but if it's true, it's true.
Are you more comfortable with it now than you were the other week? Is it growing on you?
It depends on how it's used.
That's fair.
It depends on how it's used. If it's meant to be derogatory towards the woman, which it can be, whether they realize it or not.
Did you see that guy who tweeted out that all female streamers are inherently predatory to men? And it was bad.
You know what?
It was
bad. I'll step in his face if he wants.
Sure. I mean, for money, sure.
That's right. Just give me a picture.
It was... Oof.
Oh, but how about this? That the Wall Street Journal allowed an op-ed to go out about Dr. Jill Biden. Mm-hmm. Really cool.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
But it's just
he calls her kiddo.
Kiddo. But also like this. Here's help me with this. Help me with this, you guys. You people. That person gets
don't
press.
Misgender my.
I know, shut up, dude. That person gets press regardless. That person finds his audience regardless.
Yeah.
He says he does something inherently wrong. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
He's wrong because if you have an EDD, whatever she has, that's a doctorate. Yeah. She's a doctor. Should she want to be?
Yeah.
You can choose however to title yourself.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. He's now got 10,000 more followers than he did before. Yeah. What's the point of us even getting pissed? Why? Like,
well, to make an example, and at least in some circles. Work. Well, all right. I mean, right? So should we ignore it and pretend that it didn't just...
No, but you give people the platform that they have. I don't have the answer. That's why I'm saying I need help. Right. Well. But 5 years ago, the algorithm led computers and companies to realize that the more hate you put out there, the more hits you get.
This is true.
So how are we supposed to counteract that? And like one element of that is not giving this guy any more room
to spew his bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, hypothesizing. You need white.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm adding white. I need to write down what this mix is so far, though, because I don't want to forget. Because I added more liquitex. So we're at four drops liquitex, 10 contrast, 1 scoop of pigment. How much white do you think I need for this small amount?
Just do a couple drops.
White. Oh,
do one and then...
Okay.
And then one and then...
Thank you so very much. It is Hanukkah. We've been lighting candles and eating copious amounts of
tiramisu.
Tiramisu and other...
Is it the third day today?
It'll be the third night tonight.
That's what I meant.
Well, the third day is technically tomorrow, but...
Oh!
Yeah, because all Jewish holidays begin at night.
In the eve.
So the first day is the...
Oh, well, I learned something today. So, you said that the Gross Guards were delayed.
So look, am I just doing one drop? Whoa!
That's actually really cool. Yeah, mix and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, video games ahoy. That is very sweet of you to say. And you are among the few. Thank you. I am always grateful when he invites me to join. I particularly like the Halloween Ghost of Tsushima one. I don't know if that's what it's called. Whatever. It's similar to a Ghost one. Ghost game that's no longer available. Try it.
Okay. Sorry, the concentration that's going into this is...
So, there were...
So the Emperor made 20 children, 20 sons.
Primarchs,
yes. To be his generals, his friends, his tools.
Kind of like his disciples. Oh, it's a little too... No, I think that's good.
New one. Okay, well, I'll slap
I like that, because that's the same dark as that. This is a little bit lighter. And
it's definitely lighter.
Look at that.
It's pretty close.
You might want one more white.
More white?
No, mercy, Mike. Why? I want mercy. Have mercy.
What's happening right now?
Should I change my screen name to... Oh, I don't know.
I also use too much.
I also don't hate it. The liquitex is a problem.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Look at how watery it is.
Yeah, it's too watery. Oh, yeah, like that.
I don't think you need liquitex.
Okay.
Ooh, right back.
More... Hey, that is our friend.
I know.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, it's too liquidy. The color's good, but it's too liquidy. Ugh. So I bought this stuff and I waited for it to get here for nothing.
I'll take it.
I know.
I will never use it, but I'll take it.
Well, if I get an airbrush one day.
You can also send it back.
Yeah, I mean, I used it.
No, you can send it back. That's not what you wanted.
It's what I wanted. It just didn't work.
And exactly, you send it back.
I feel weird about sending back things that I opened and
used.
Why? Because Because I do. I mean, that's just how I feel.
You're impressed. Oh my god, he's impressed I remembered his sandal.
No wonder you have so many Sims. I do like the color though.
Yeah, you're on the road.
But if I did two coats of that, do you think it would work? Well, we're gonna try
experimenting.
So the legs.
But I think since you're not going to use the liquitex in the further iterations, it wouldn't be worth it.
Trash this anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I'm right.
Next container. We're just burning through materials. That's okay.
That's kind of why I didn't want you to use. Oh my god! But that's okay.
It's just one scoop.
Video games are white. Have we seen that person before?
Is that new? Welcome, Video Games Ahoy. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Oh, did you follow? Okay, there's a follow, so we're good.
So confused. So I've been wearing Invisalign.
There's a squirrel person here? Weird.
The white does bring the saturation down, but not the viscosity down. So the saturation... Actually, the liquitex is what made it watery.
Okay.
The viscosity will be increased with acrylic. Okay. I think viscosity means something different than I think it means.
Possibly.
The opacity will be increased.
So it'll be less see-through. That's opacity.
Less see-through. Be thick, creamy.
Okay.
Which is what I would want.
Right.
Just try it.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for this to dry.
What does viscosity mean?
Viscosity is how thick a feel is. Okay. Right, because you typically with paints you want to thin them down so that it goes over very lightly, so you don't obscure detail, and then you can add another thin layer.
But you can make it viscous. The more viscous it is, the thicker it is.
Yes. So
that's what I'm thinking. It's increasing the viscosity.
Right. But yeah, it also depends on how it comes off of how it comes off of the brush too.
Gloopy stickiness.
Yeah, that viscosity is like so like blood is more viscous than water.
So when you want your paint to live in a container, you want it to be gloopy.
But when I use it, I want it to be the consistency of milk.
Then you put a little bit of water. So you make it gloopy, and then you put water to extend it, or you use the liquitex to extend it.
Yeah, well, and eventually use a wet palette, which one day I will attempt.
One day when I have money
syrup
again,
is a good example of something that is very viscous.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. There's a maple syrup Fortnite character.
I saw it.
I think the kids are being too quiet. I'm nervous.
No, they're watching TV. They're fine. They're with the babysitter.
Cheers.
Okay, sometimes you got to do it. Yeah, right. Viscous. Technically, it
doesn't refer to
flow.
The opacity of something.
Right. Those are different. Yeah.
So, or the thickness of how something goes on, the to what it covers.
Right. That's different. Yeah.
So okay. Let's just take a step back. Like yellow is very opaque. Wait.
Yes. Not see-through.
Opposite.
Transparent.
Is transparent. So wait, if it's not opaque,
then it's transparent.
So yellow is less opaque than, say, a white. So you need multiple layers of a yellow to get the opacity to a solid color.
Yes.
That probably is the same. Green is not dissimilar because you're using yellow.
Right. I was giving these to use on your green once that's dry. To try it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to continue to try this, though, on those legs. I'm going to try a second coat of that.
I think it's a waste of time, but go ahead. Because you're not going to use it with the liquitex again.
But why?
Try it.
Okay, I mean, it's only one coat. We typically do 2 coats of regular paints. All right, I will. I just have to let this dry.
Want to make a bet, chat?
What are we betting?
That's not going to look good.
It doesn't look bad.
It's not going to look good.
Fine.
But it's a bet now, so we have to...
It's a bet, yes. Okay, so we've got the 20 Primarchs. One of them, a very poor, sad boy, lands on a planet called...
Arrakis.
Barbarous. Now, do you think Barbarous is a fun, happy planet?
Yeah, because there's a lot of Barbies.
Or it's a crappy planet? It's a crappy planet, as you would expect, because everything in Warhammer is very high-handed when it comes to naming things. They got to beat you over the head with what the names are.
So like that what cats have on their penis. Is that why it's barbarous?
Not specifically.
Black Cavalier's right. We've been friends for too long. We have to keep it interesting.
But yes, as Zardos says, most of the planets in Warhammer are... Well, most of the planets themselves are crappy, and most of the names of their planets are crappy.
Well, you mean like Grogru? Gorgru? You know how people like fun saying like Star Wars names are bad? I'm like, come on, guys, they're not that bad. And then you hear that, and you're like, get the heck out of here.
I mean, look, that's the thing.
I mean, look, they didn't test that name. I am Grogru.
I don't hate it, only because I definitely can envision worse names.
Like that are Bebot?
Or if they had done another Y name, that would have been really bad. So like I'm just saying...
What's a Y name? Who's a Y name?
In the prequel trilogy, there was another Jedi of the same species as Yoda, whose name was Yaddle, and that's awful.
That's a bad name.
So if they had done another Y name, that would have been
pretty egregious.
Annoying, yeah. So like I said, it could have been worse.
Death Guard, Yoda, Yaddle, great. Carry on.
All green, right? All green. So this poor Primarch lands on Barbarous. Barbarous is a planet that is full of poison. Like even the atmosphere is poisonous. There's all this gas. It's really gross. There are humans who live there, and they're all like the worst poor peasants. And then there are these creatures called overlords that rule from the top of mountains where no human can breathe the air because it's all poison. And these overlords are these weird creatures. We still don't know exactly what they are. They have their little kingdoms, and they just use the humans as slaves. These overlords, they have psychic magic powers and all sorts of crazy stuff. So this kid lands. He comes out of his little pod.
Kids?
Yeah, they're all babies when they land. Babies, infants. One of the overlords, Necare, which is Latin for to kill.
Who's shocked?
Yeah, exactly. This overlord finds this baby, names him Mortarion, which again is like another version of death, and sort of takes him under his wing. Does he have wings? I don't think he has wings, but figuratively. Anyway, the kid grows up. He is obviously not just human. He is larger than a human, tougher, stronger, faster, smarter, you name it. He has the kid learn. Not Mortarion. I don't know if you'd say that about Mortarion.
Well, it depends on who you are.
No, okay. Sure. That's true. So raises Mortarion to be one of his great warriors, and he even gives him a little house.
Oh.
But here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. Mortarion's house is halfway up the mountain.
Okay.
Too high for humans to reach, because humans can't breathe the poisonous atmosphere there.
Okay.
But not high enough to be with Necare and his people.
Okay.
So Mortarion is forever alone. He's up there for one of the saddest of the Primarchs.
You read Ovid on stream? Oh yeah,
Ovid. I did. Yeah, we just this past week finished. I read basically the entire thing over the last few months. Yeah, Monday streams. Yeah, and it's all on YouTube. I don't know if I think I uploaded some of them out of order, but it doesn't really matter.
You're making them work for it.
I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Mortarion grows up. He's super sad. He hates his father because Nakare just treats him terribly. Just makes him go fight. Anytime Mortarion screws up something, he gets punished for it.
Oh, so it's like...
It's really bad.
It's like Thanos and his kids.
Yeah.
Almost exactly.
Yeah. Mortarion does have books in his little house, so he does get somewhat of an education. Exactly. But he's a real sad guy. Eventually, he realizes that the humans on the planet, they're not just good for slaves, that some of them actually have ideas, wouldn't you know? And there's a revolution that's fomenting among the humans against the overlords. So Mortarion joins this revolution, and with these normal humans, tries to fight back. They kill a bunch of the overlords. They can't get Nakare, though, because he's too powerful. At the same time, the Emperor and his Space Marine legions just happen to come across the planet. And again, this happens over and over again.
Because he wants to find the babies.
Yes. But how he found it is...
But how come they got dispersed in the first place? I don't remember.
Okay. I'm going to give the spoilers because it's been months now since the book came out. Big spoilers.
Close your ears, babies.
I don't know that anybody.
Oh, you're out of here?
Cares.
Okay. You're a party animal. Yeah, well, welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make sure you follow me so you can hang out with us when we read Dune.
Jessica Nerdy over here.
And I wear a lot of low-cut shirts, and so you can be my... No, I'm kidding. Hi,
but yeah, welcome.
Bye, Video Games Ahoy. He knows.
See you next time.
They know who I am.
Okay, so for 35 years, we all in the Warhammer community, we all knew that it was the powers of chaos that opened a little hole, reached in to the Emperor's laboratory, grabbed the containers of the Primarchs, and threw them across the galaxy.
I see. Chaos went like...
We knew that.
F you.
But a novel that came out a few months ago changed all of that. It turns out that's not what happened.
How upset were you when you read this?
Well, I wasn't upset. I just thought I thought it was really interesting. It turns out that on Terra, on Earth, the Emperor had some friends. Some other... Okay, there are these creatures called perpetuals, and I don't want to get too in the weeds here, but perpetuals are humans who are immortal. Sort of. Or they can die, but then they come back to life. It's dumb. I don't like the whole perpetual thing, but they exist. The Emperor is a perpetual in some ways, which also begs the question if he's on the Golden Throne, if he just dies for a minute, he'll come back to life, full power. But anyway, so the Emperor did have some perpetuals who were his friends, and one of them was a lady. And she was a geneticist, and she actually helped the Emperor design the Primarchs. And it was her, not Chaos, who sent the Primarchs out into the universe.
She's vindictive, bitch. See, that's why there's no women.
And again, this recent revelation, bless you, changes something that we knew in Warhammer for forever. But yes, they have changed the lore, given us new information, and there you go.
See, they still vilified a woman.
We did hear the story first from her point of view, though.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And she did it because she didn't agree with what the Emperor was doing at that point, essentially replacing his perpetual friends with Primarchs that he could manipulate and force to do whatever he wanted. We don't know. Possibly. Yeah, she did it to save them, to prevent them from being used by the Emperor, which then, of course, he would go on to do anyway. Hey, Keen456, welcome!
Keen is here!
Okay, so fast forward back to where we were. The Emperor arrives, comes down to meet Mortarion, and is like, hey, how you doing? And Mortarion is like, oh, got this whole thing. We're revolting. We're trying to kill these overlords. It's really tough. There's one left. My father is the only one left. And the Emperor's like, I could just walk up there and kill the guy right away. And Mortarion says, no, I don't want any help. I have to do this myself. I'm a self-made man. I take handouts from no one. He's a real libertarian sort of asshole. And he says, I'm going to do it myself. And the Emperor says, okay. How about this? If you can do it yourself, you can be the master of your own destiny. But if you fail and I do it, you have to obey me.
Oh, so we don't like the Emperor.
That's a good topic to discuss. And Mortarion agrees. Mortarion goes up the hill. He makes new armor to try to get up there. He's the only one who makes it up there. He goes to fight, and he's too weak, and he fails. He is not able to do it. As he's lying there, the Emperor just walks by, cuts Nakari in half in one blow, ends the whole thing. And that's pretty much it. So then Mortarion does join up with the Emperor. The Emperor reveals that, yes, you were my creation. You were lost into the universe, and now you're coming back. He gives him an army. Says, you're now the general of this army. Go out and do things for human beings.
It's very Grecian.
Okay.
It's not viscous.
I know. It's not.
It's not opaque.
The color's good, though.
It is. So, theory reigning. Don't use the liquitex. Use the white instead.
So this was 10 drops of contrast, 4 drops of liquitex. So how do I water it down, though? Because just the 10 drops of contrast were too. Do I need more contrast on?
My offer is do it without the liquitex and then add the white. Do the contrast.
Okay.
Do the pigment.
That's definitely going to be too thick.
And then slowly add contrast in. Or another white. Not another white.
Water.
I'm sorry. 10, 1.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
White.
Drop white. Mm-hmm.
Drop of liquitex. Or drop of
water. We it doesn't have to be liquitex.
And I think I remember using water.
On that is what you're saying? On
whenever I did that, yeah.
The pants?
Yeah.
So water.
Because again, if you make a bunch of this, you're just gonna go like this. You're gonna like boop, 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 boop. You could
but I want it as close as I can get to start. Okay, new batch.
Oh,
I know that name.
He's an imposter.
It's possible. Are we sus?
He's sus.
Welcome, Joe.
We're not sus.
We're creating our own pink paints. We're talking about Death Guard. We're painting orcs, and we're having a great time. Okay, new.
Great time is relative.
All right. This one. All right, 10 drops of contrast. So yes.
I miss Joestar so much.
I know. Well, I mean, we don't see anybody anymore. We just see each other.
So sick of you.
So who is the army that Mortarion gets? Well, at that point, they're called the Dusk Raiders. It's a pretty cool name, I guess. And they're from Albia. Albia is?
Albania, but with missing some...
Yeah. Future Albania. So if you're Albania... Yeah. So if you're...
Is it true?
Yeah. Warhammer is full of stuff like that.
Oh my god, super hot chick who loves doing this so much.
That voice is so bad. Don't.
Well, he's basing some Stormcast. I don't know what Stormcast is. Joestar.
So they're essentially Space Marines, but for the fantasy game.
Ooh. I think I'd like the fantasy game.
They're cool. I have a couple of them, unpainted, of course. I think you'd like the fantasy game.
Probably.
You just need to find a faction that you like. You can play the Skaven.
Are those the vermin?
Yeah, the rats.
No, I don't want to play that.
All right, don't play the rats.
They're the bad guys.
Yeah, so there are some of the Space Marines. We do have specific locations on Earth, Terra, where they come from.
I can't believe they changed the name to that. It's almost disrespectful.
Almost. Oh no! What happened to my white?
No, I know they're all bad guys.
Oh, yikes!
But I just don't want rats. I don't want to deal with rats. What the?
It exploded.
I'll take it.
So I'm still doing 1 drop of white, right? Look at the way it still does that thing. I'm like, ooh. I wish
People like literally do some of the videos of that stuff and call it art. Yeah.
It is art.
Earth had to rebrand after thousands of years. I think we should rebrand now.
So they're Dusk Raiders. And they fight. But then as soon as Mortarion gets in charge, he's like, no, I don't like this Dusk Raider garbage. We're going to call our army what we called our people back at home. We're the Death Guard.
Got it.
And he does go back to Barbarous, and he gets all of his, like, the people that were fighting with him in the Revolution, and he turns them into Space Marines to become his people. Because he's loyal to his people.
So, for someone who likes Space Marines, why don't you like the Death Guard? And why do they look like that?
Good questions. All good questions. So every legion is a little bit different, and they focus on different things. So the Death Guard are... Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Emily.
Squirrel gave her one, which is very nice.
The alert thing doesn't... I wish it said what the actual... Thank you, Squirrel, for the gift subscription for Emily. Emily, thank you for being part of the community. So the Death Guard focus on... They are... Stolid is a good word for them. They're rigid in their ways. They don't rush into anything. They march very well and slow and advance on their enemies, and they're not fun. is really what they're all about. Yeah. And so they do things not by a book, but by their own book. They don't fraternize with other people very much. They just do their own thing. And they're good at just long, grinding battles. Like I said, they're super tough. They're really good at dealing with poisons and things like that. So much so that they drink poison just for fun.
Do you know that people that live in the Ozarks and things like that, in the Appalachian Mountains, they drink shots of pesticide?
I did not know that.
So that they
why would they do that?
So that they are immune to mosquitoes. DMT, they'll just do shots of DMT.
Does the science bear that out?
I think the poison's in the dosage.
But does imbibing it then give you some...
That's the theory, I guess.
Okay. That's awful.
But then you could also use fox pee so that you don't smell like an animal. It doesn't smell like a human. I bet you they do. You out there long enough, you go crazy.
I like this voice more than the other ones.
Well, there's the Ozark. The Ozark who's first of all, it's Applejack. Applejack sounds like that.
Jodie Foster.
It's Jodie Foster from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
But then if you go down south and everyone's talking like that, they're just a little tired, but they're in Georgia. Everything's fine.
Go on. Tell us about the Death Guard.
But then the Death Guard. So because because Barbarous is such a poisonous planet, when Mortarion goes back to get those arguably wayward humans that didn't have anything to do after the authority was overthrown, he gets them, but because their bodies were acclimated to the poison, when they got brought to Terra, they turned into goo. How far off am I?
You had us at the first half.
Okay,
Is that the meme?
Oh yeah, not gonna lie, that had us at
right.
first.
Yeah, so they're all into poisons and like chemical weapons and all sorts of garbage like that, and they get a reputation for kind of being assholes. Mortarion is like the king of the assholes. He really doesn't have any friends among the other Primarchs. Some of the Primarchs really get along well with each other. They consider each other brothers. They love each other. They hang out. Mortarion's like, not for me, thanks.
I was raised alone.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody.
So by the time the heresy starts and Horus revolts from the Emperor and goes over to the side of Chaos, Mortarion is ready. He's been primed for this.
Primarch.
He's been groomed. Because one of Mortarion's top lieutenants. Yes. One of Mortarion's top lieutenants is a dude named Typhon, Callus Typhon. And Typhon has already fallen to Chaos. He was one of the first people, thanks to the worst character in all of Warhammer 40k is a dude named Erebus. Again, they just lifted it right out of Greek mythology. But Erebus is like he's the worst guy. He's the guy who made everybody else go to Chaos. And yeah, and any true Warhammer fan, because as soon as they hear the name Erebus, they immediately say that. What Zardan said. Because he's the worst. He's the worst villain in Warhammer 40k. So anyway,
meaning like he's just boring.
No. He's the most evil.
He's just bad.
Yeah.
He
is the cause of literally uncounted deaths.
Cool.
Yeah. And he personally murdered or had killed some of like the best characters and the most beloved characters. He's really, really bad.
Okay. But does he have a motivation? Is he sad?
Is he sad?
Yeah, but why?
No,
you don't just do those things.
He really believes in the forces of chaos. That's his deal.
He's obviously in pain. I could fix that.
Okay. So I don't know. Something's.
Did you do it or not?
Yeah, on the front. That's no liquitex. What happened?
Too much contrast.
But I just did that.
Too much contrast.
But then it's going to be too thick.
Too much contrast.
You keep saying that as though the more times you say it, the more I'll understand.
Too much contrast. That's too much water. Just cut that in half. Or actually, just go one by one by one by one. Mix it in slowly. The problem that you're having right now is the liquidish.
Thank you, Roy. So if I add more... So wait, but then... Okay, hold on. So then if I just add more pigment to them...
Okay, try it.
Well, that's what you're saying, right?
Yep.
If it's too thin, I just add more...
Yeah, try it.
Of the hard stuff. I'll just add a dash.
Oh God, now I want alcohol.
Well, we don't have any.
I know you don't.
Or we might have some ancient wine.
Ugh.
That's about it.
There's nothing worse than like wine that's been opened that's just not even.
That's probably not open. It's just
wine's
been around
supposed to age.
The cheap crap that we would have. I don't know. Jess is the color expert. I'm listening. I'm taking her advice.
You just scienced it better than I did.
So, Horus goes over to Chaos, and he needs at least some of his brothers. He wants them all. He wants all the Primarchs to go with him. But that's probably not going to happen. But because
Horus is a Primarch.
Yes, Horus is the best of all the Primarchs.
Why?
I mean, someone's got to be the best. He's first among equals. He's the smartest. He's the first one that the Emperor found, so they have the best relationship.
Got it.
They've been together the longest. He learned literally at the foot of the Emperor for a long time.
So he's like my uncle, and Mortarion's like my dad. Got it.
Okay, yeah.
I had to put it into context for myself.
So Horus goes to Mortarion. He's like, "Hey, buddy, we don't hang out enough.
Oh no.
Let's go hang out. Let's go kill a bunch of orcs and do this and remember Mortarion is really deep down desperate for friends. So it's really easy for Horus to get Mortarion.
And he knows this.
Yeah. And then again, Mortarion's best pal, Typhon, is always like pushing him in the right direction anyway. Because again, before all this, Typhon was worshiping the Chaos Gods even before
How does he know Typhon?
Typhon was one of the leaders of the revolution back on Barbarous.
And how did they know about the Chaos Gods?
Typhon is a psyker, so he had access to information and things from beyond. Yeah. So Mortarion is like, all right, cool, we'll do this. I'm not really... So Mortarion does not trust psykers because of the overlords. He hates them, in fact. Doesn't trust them, doesn't want anything to do with psykers.
But then why does he like Teflon?
Well, he doesn't know at that point. Well, he knows that Typhon has psychic potential, but Typhon keeps it quiet around him.
That he's gone dark side.
Yes, and how much he can do with his powers.
It's basically Palpatine.
And that will lead to a rift, though. That's a good question. So Mortarion joins up. He's like, all right, fine, we'll do this. And he attracts the eye, again, through Typhon, of the Chaos God, specifically Nurgle. Now, do you know the name
Nurgle and Durgle? What's the two?
Oh no, you're thinking Mork and Gork?
Yeah.
Okay, different god. Those are gods, though.
I know.
So Nurgle is one of the 4 main Chaos Gods, and he is the god of everything gross. It's pretty much what it says on his cards. Nurgle is the god of decay, of disease.
Durgle is totes real, though. Did she call him Teflon? I did. You got that. Carry on. Talk.
I'm focusing on my paint. So Nurgle sees Mortarion and is like, I can get this guy. So over the course of the heresy, weird things start happening.
Heresy, baby.
And again, a lot of this is directly the work of Typhus, who during the heresy will change his name to, or Typhon, who changes his name to
Teflon,
to Typhus.
Typhoid.
Exactly. So some of his guys get sick, and again, Space Marines are not supposed to get sick. They start to get like weird growths and things. Anyway, long story short, Mortarion eventually completely gives himself over to Nurgle, and they become the Death Guard that we know from those pictures. They're disgusting. They're oozing. They're fleshy growths.
Oh, so because they're evil, they look evil.
Yes. And that's not ubiquitous. There are still some Chaos Space Marines who are conventionally attractive, you might say. But these specifically, because again, Nurgle is all about everything gross. Just fleshy abundance. If you are into cosmic horror, you can think of Shub-Niggurath. It's kind of a similar kind of thing. Just lots of growths and... Yeah, sorry. Oh, we're building up to what are the... So they are Chaos Space Marines. They're a Chaos Space Marine army that are devoted to Nurgle specifically. And they're gross. And again, in 8th edition, they got their own unique army. They used to just be Chaos Space Marines in general that you could run with other stuff. So now they're their own army, their own rules, their own books, their own models, and they're gross. Did you see the Twitter conversation between Ed Solomon, the writer of the Bill and Ted's movies?
No.
And people, it's one of these one of the reasons why Twitter is still like, okay, I'll still go to Twitter. So somebody brought up that in the first Bill and Ted movie, the name of the water park. What's the name of the water park in Bill and Ted's?
Nurgle. San Dimas.
Well, that's where they live.
How would I know that?
Have you seen the movie?
Years and years ago.
Okay. So they refer to the water park as Waterloo. But it's spelled in the script.
L-O-O.
No. Oh. So this is controversial. The name of it is spelled Waterloops. But it's pronounced Waterloo, except there's actually one scene, if you listen carefully, and they post it on Twitter. If you listen, Ted says Waterloops. If you listen really carefully. So this was discovered on the internet, or rediscovered, and then somebody was like, no, that can't be right. And then Ed Solomon, the writer of the movie, was like, yeah, that's the name, and blah, blah, blah. And then somebody was arguing with him about it.
Oh my God.
And then
like, have you even seen the movie, bro?
Right. And then someone was like, and then someone responded like, oh, maybe we should track down the writer of the movie and see what he says. So good.
He said that?
Yeah.
I love that.
It was funny. He's good on Twitter.
Jesus.
How the hell did I get on? How did we get onto this?
Waterloo.
Oh, right, you were singing. Yeah, no, don't go to any theme park or water park that's dedicated to Nurgle. Please don't do that.
Do you have a really thin paintbrush?
Yes.
Gimmet.
How thin?
Very.
Like ridiculously?
Ridiculously.
Well, I have this.
That's not thin.
It's pointy.
Okay, then that's right. That's what we need. Thank you.
I mean, there is a difference, that's true, between...
This will work.
Will it work? Okay. Good. Keen wants to know if you're a fan of the Mamma Mia movies.
I've never seen them. Just made myself dizzy.
I don't think I have either.
I don't think I prioritize musicals.
Some good ones out there.
I'm not suggesting that there aren't. I'm a huge Moulin Rouge fan and like Chicago fan. Just Mamma Mia's came out at the same time where like I wasn't actively going to the cinema.
Do you have thoughts on
that hoe over there?
Well, that too, but Warner Brothers and everything that's going on with their movies?
I think it's dumb for Villanueva.
Did you read his thing?
No. What did he say?
Oh my God. Okay, look. I get it. I get that this year sucks for a lot of people. But the words that are coming out of the mouths of these
very privileged,
high-level directors, it's kind of cringy. I gotta say, it's kind of cringy. Now look, did Warner Brothers and AT&T do something kind of crappy, not talking to these people ahead of time and letting them know? Sure, yes. Do I believe that
they announced this without telling them?
Apparently they were told very shortly before it was announced. Not great.
That seems...
Not great. I'll give you that. Do I think this is a giant conspiracy? Number one, to ruin cinema? No. Do I think this is a giant conspiracy just to artificially inflate the numbers of subscribers on HBO Max? No, that's preposterous.
Who's suggesting that?
Lots of people. It's dumb. But the Villeneuve, Dennis's his op-ed that he released yesterday, the day before.
Listen, kiddos.
It is just dripping with condescension and look at me and my art, and it's like, God. Dude, come on, please.
It's pretty sad.
Please. Yeah, and Christopher Nolan. It's like, guys.
Oh, Christopher Nolan's pissed?
Oh my God.
Why?
Because this is the death of cinema, and no one will ever experience movies the way they were meant to be seen. When it's like, I'm sorry, most people experience most content now on screens that are this big, maybe a little bit bigger if you've got an iPad or you're on your laptop, but give me a fucking break.
Jeez.
So
it's just kind of sad.
Look, it's sad. It's sad.
No,
it'd be great if we could
I'm
all
saying
go.
It's sad to have that lack of connection.
That's what I think it is.
To what, like, that's got to be why there's billionaires. I want to answer Emily's quick question. I know how to do musical improv to some extent because of short form. It's like one of those things like, now let's sing a song. Hey, sing that. You said those phrases, you know. So I can.
Wait, what? I don't. How does? I don't understand. Wait.
I understand.
Explain how it goes, because I don't know.
So, like, if we're doing an improv scene, and
yes.
it's that sounds like a song, is one of them.
Okay.
A musical.
Somebody just blurts that out.
So there's usually a host for these short form games, and the way we played it was competitive, and the goal. So, like, you know, we're having a scene, so like kind of a suggestion for a scene. So I was like, painting. I really hate it when you paint that way. That sounds like a song. And then like the and in the style of what? Jazz. That hate the way you paint that. Whatever. It's like that's just like different ways to do musicals. And people love a good musical scene, so they tend to end with them and what have you. Then the place I studied, they did Sondheim, but I didn't stick around for that. And it's always been
Dr. Lullaby. Thank you for the raid. We're painting Warhammer. We're talking Warhammer. Well, currently we're talking about musicals.
Hey, unless you have a PhD, you're not a doctor. Kiddo. You're scaring your new people away.
I mean, that's what we do, right?
Joe Star.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much.
Hi, K and Chaos. That's cute. That's a cute name. Oh, DDS? Yeah, but that's just like different. You know what I mean? Savage Punch. Joe, you and I should figure out a way to like stream short form improv and make it really bad, because it's not like short form improv's all that good to begin with. So the shorter version of that answer is, if one day Ripley will want to do a musical.
Oh, cool. You guys should.
Kim Osabi. There's great names coming into the chat right now. I love people who are creative. Hello, Colton.
The children actually just left. They are no longer here, so that's why you don't hear any. You don't hear either screaming or kids' TV shows from the other room. They went out to do some errands with my wife.
My wife.
I'll be back. I would 100% assume that if Ripley were to do musical improv, that it would be interesting.
It would definitely be something.
I would not put that to other.
I can't tell you the
necessarily.
No, there's some places that there's like a couple of Chicago, Second City places that are like that slay at it.
Sure.
And some of the best stuff can come from musical stuff. Like Impro's Sondheim is fantastic 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
We had a musical genre in mind that was interesting that I can't say.
Secrets.
Because we might do it one day.
Yes.
And I think we're gonna give the people what they want and do a musical Heartbeats episode. But it's gonna be a lot. It requires a lot.
Sure. Oh my god. Yeah. Of course. You know, wasn't I the first person who said it in your presence, at least? And you were
to do a musical?
Yeah, remember you said we're going to do a special episode, and I said, "Oh, a musical?" And you said, "No. Why would that be the first thing you asked for?" Remember that?
You may have been. It has been called for.
Sure, well, yeah,
and perhaps because you said that, but it's also a great idea.
Sure.
And so we did our. That's a little lesser doctor. So we did our, cast party over Zoom, and everyone started doing like Christmas songs and karaoke songs, and everyone's got a beautiful voice, and everyone was crying, and everyone was so tired. But it was like, oh, I can't wait to do this. How do you feel about it?
I don't know.
It's not bright enough, right?
It's close. I don't know.
I think
too much white.
I think you might not need the white.
Okay.
Did you put more white in?
No.
So you just had that one drop.
Just the one drop.
Put another scoop of pigment. Scoop of pigment.
Yeah. I don't know what's in there anymore.
No, hold on. You did 2 scoops of pigment.
No, but
you did 2 scoops of pigment.
1.5. But yeah,
you were supposed to do 2.
No, not.
Hold on. You did 1 with the 10 contrast and 1 white. Yes. And then what you said last was that I'll do another scoop of 1.
Oh no, but it wasn't a full scoop.
So then finish the scoop.
Okay.
And then go from there.
But okay.
Just go from there.
Okay. I just can't replicate this.
Yes, you can. I know what you've done.
But I also added a little bit more contrast because it was getting too thick.
Great. You're so happy when people subscribe to you. That's just so sweet.
I appreciate the support. Thank you very much.
Let's see how long we can go without saying his name.
I'm going to say his name because I appreciate the support. Thank you very much, Pandar. I hope you're having a fine Saturday. But see, now I need more contrast because it's too thick.
Hold on.
No, that's too thick.
Hold on.
I can't work with that.
Give it. You're out of your mind, dude.
What?
That's not too thick.
Thin your paints, as they say.
Out of control.
I like very.
Look at that. That's so thin.
I'll try it.
Try it on something that's not been already painted.
Okay. Not at all, or just like a new part?
Just a brand new part.
All right, I'm going to do his helmet, okay?
I don't care what you do.
Well, you do.
I care about the color.
We should all care about the color.
No, that's not for everybody.
Excuse me.
Bless you. So, did we ever talk about why you wanted to talk about the Death Guard?
Oh, they're just they're getting a bunch of new rules. Their codex is coming out. It was supposed to be out
sooner,
but it's being delayed till the beginning of next year. And Games Workshop, because it's coming out, they previewed a bunch of the new rules, the updates, and Death Guard players were a little salty.
Why? Oh, because they're not OP anymore?
Yeah. But if you keep an open mind and you look at all of their rules together with some of the other new changes, they're still pretty tough. And they got some really interesting new gimmicks in their army. So they're still going to be annoying to play against. But it's also funny that people who were playing Death Guard because they were so competitive, they're just raging. And so like if you go on eBay right now, you can buy entire Death Guard armies. They're just selling off their whole thing. Are you kidding? It's ridiculous.
Babies.
Yeah.
Good time to be a Death Guard, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're just getting into it or looking to build up a collection.
You should just buy one for your son because you know you're going to eventually want to be it.
Well, it's funny because I was talking about it.
Is it funny? It better be funny.
I was talking about it with somebody, and Benjamin was listening, and then afterward he said, "Daddy, do you have any Death Guard models?" Oh, no. And I restrained myself from
using that word
hitting
even.
him.
Yeah,
but
hitting him.
It's like the Batman and Robin meme,
just like from the instinctual.
Yeah, but
oh my goodness!
But gracious. I let him know that typically you don't really have a lot of models for armies that you don't play or are not interested in at all,
or aren't good.
Zero interest in Death Guard. Their aesthetic, the way they play, nothing about them interests me. I was very lucky that when the 8th edition starter came out, that was half Space Marines, half Death Guard, a friend of mine played Death Guard, and we split the box.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about trying to sell it online or anything. Yeah.
And then have to lie to your son about Not having any.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There are some very nice people out there who play Death Guard, and that's okay.
At least they're not the Tau.
Exactly.
You've never cared enough about... Yeah, I don't think... Like, something that Scott smartly taught me, Joestar, is that there's many different ways you can enjoy this game, and playing to win is not one of those ways.
Oh, yeah. And again, because of the way I play games, and especially I learned this when I played HeroClix, and then it further solidified once I played Warhammer. I can know all there is to know about a game. I can have all the best figures or units. I can have the best strategy. But my dice rolls suck, so I will lose even then.
Roy said, damn, even though I haven't played my Tau, I feel dark.
We've talked about the silly animosity against
poor Bert
people. And Roy knows about my dice rolling, and he sometimes shares that affliction.
Your dice rolling is not good?
My dice rolling is
I thought
awful.
It was good.
On D6s, it's amazing. It's way beyond what statistics would tell you should happen. My dice rolling is not bad.
Like me when I do Rat Queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just a thing. It's fun. Just use loaded dice. Could do that.
That's a good idea. Are you sure it's statistically impossible?
It's statistically highly unlikely that you would get as bad dice rolls as I would get.
Okay.
So in HeroClix, if you're making an attack and you roll double ones, that's a critical miss. Okay. So not only do you automatically miss, but you take damage for missing. Thank you so much for the Prime subscription. So yes, I would. Oh, and that's a relative of ours.
I figured with no. I figured with I'm not. Everything I say now is a fucking problem. Also, if you're just lurking there, you don't need to say anything in the chat, but you do need to follow.
Okay, what?
Do you like it? It's a little too white.
There's no. I didn't add any white.
I thought I was anticipating what you were going to say.
Okay. But there's no white in there. We didn't add any more white.
Exactly. So then it's good.
Well, why did you just say there's too much?
Because I thought that's what you were going to say.
Okay. There's no white. And that's just one coat. So I need... Don't paint that one.
I'm not going to touch it.
So give it back then.
They'd like to see. Hi, Nerdy Duck.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So what if you're looking and already follow? Then go follow. Nerdy Duck follows me.
So the head is the latest, or the helmet. I can't reach any further.
It's so cold in here.
Oh my god. Is it cold in here?
It's cold.
It feels good in here. I'm sorry.
Because you're psycho.
Question. Do you remember what book the Emperor's Children rules are in for the Horus Heresy books? Oh man. No.
Do you have
I can look it up later though.
Do you have a brain for that kind of stuff though?
For what
like,
kind of stuff?
What would you ascribe your memory retention to?
It depends.
Your anal retention.
Yeah. It depends. Some things I'll remember every single
Hi, M. Jason. It's kind of hard to see your name, but hi, M. Jason.
It is hard to see that name. Why is it so
It's
dark?
not your fault. It's just against the dark.
Lurkers.
The deep blue against
Lurkers,
the dark mode.
Yeah. Lurkers of the world, unite. That's true. Don't ever ask me about the temperature, because I'm an outlier when it comes to judging heat and cold. So, okay. I'll do another layer on there. I mean, it's definitely pink. We've got...
I don't think it's bad. I think this is still the hottest, right?
Right, but we're going to get closer to this now because we're not using any more... We're getting rid of the white.
Right.
We're moving away from the white. So we do need a little bit of white then, but not as much. You do need a little bit, I guess not as much. Okay, so if you did one drop to like 2 parts scoops... Right. And 5 parts contrast, you probably are the sweet zone. How's your guy doing over there? He looks fucking great. I just don't want to show you yet. I want to see. But he looks great. All right. I'm just like, this guy's definitely pink. Now, what do I want to do for the... So now I need to start thinking about the other colors that I want to do with it. Should I try a green? Color wheel says that green is on the other side of pink. But I do want blue, so that means I need... Shoot, where's my color wheel? Do you have a color wheel? You're an artist. How do you not have a color wheel?
I have it in my brain, bro.
So if I'm doing the split complementary, or the triple one, so it's pink this way and blue here, what's this one? Is it orange? Was that what it was? Okay, hold on. I have a color wheel. It is in my Warhammer folder. Color wheel. So it would be... Yeah, it would be orange.
Ew.
It would be like that, right?
Hold on.
Boing, boing.
Isn't it more of a triangle like that?
Well, no, because this is the pink. We're starting here. No. It's the main color and then the opposite too. Or at least, again, that's one of the ways to do it. There are...
Here's
Here's
what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Gold. Purple. Orange.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We missed... There was more to the picture.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. So, like... Click that over to the pink, and you got that green and that yellow. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
No, me neither. But if we do... No, but it's like... it's closer to here, triadic. So if this notches over to pink, this comes more into blue, and this goes more into orange. So that's what... Just imagine the colors in my mind. I know, but I can't do that. Or I don't trust that. I don't trust that the colors... If I look at my collection of paints and I'd be like, I like that color, I like that color, I like that color, I don't trust that those are actually going to look good on the miniature. Does that make sense? Just like draw it out.
Hold on.
Guess I want to remove it. Let me
Give me your metallic purple.
Metallic purple?
You have a metallic purple somewhere.
Metallic purple? No.
Or a magenta. You had a metallic purple.
Metallic purple?
You had something.
I have violet red. I have toxic boils.
Yeah.
I have contrast purple.
No. Let me see the violet red. No. You had a metallo.
Metallic purple?
I'm almost positive.
No.
Hold on.
We might have made one.
Get a gold.
Gold?
Get gold.
Get good.
Yeah, I know. Janelle!
Hello. Wait.
Hi, Janelle. Get strong, more like.
There we go. You said gold?
Yeah.
Balthazar gold?
You need... No, that's not friggin' gold.
It is. You just gotta mix it. You gotta shake it. I have this purple. See? It turns gold. Shake it.
That's not gold.
It's gold.
That's brass.
This is brass. Ugh, that really needs to be shaken up. Alright, I do have another gold.
Okay, look at that.
What am I looking at? Okay. I don't like it.
I know.
Here is... Do you want this gold?
Mm-hmm.
What? You gotta shake it. Yes. Yeah, Balthazar is dark gold.
That's not gold. That's
gold.
Bronze.
It's not bronze.
And he can't see it because the color settings on your friggin' thing is bad.
The color settings on my eyes? Oh, those color settings. It's also too far away.
It's not gold.
This paint is very thick. A little bit goes... Okay. See, like that.
That's not gold!
Okay, well, it's all I have. So what do you want? You gotta...
That's what I want.
We still have to mix it from them. It's old. The wombat has spoken. It's not bronze.
Well, according to GW.
Well, that's true too.
They have their temperature on colors is a little interesting. Oh, this is good. Look at that.
Ooh, this paint might be dead. Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
It's separated out.
Okay.
I don't want purple. Can you just get the gold off of there?
I'm so angry.
It's gold at the end. Look, I'm sorry, it's separated. Yes, we talked about this a little bit last time, that some of the color names that GW uses are not exactly what we would consider. Like there's a blue that they call green. It's
not so bad. It's okay. It's a very gold. Okay.
I need a ball bearing to put in this. I'll make it better.
Ooh, I have an idea. You're not gonna like it though. I have an idea. You're not gonna like it. Okay.
Okay. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? There's far too much mixing happening. Remember, I want to be able to replicate this.
I know. I think you do like a light pink highlight, like not that even.
Yeah, I mean yes. It's for the edge highlighting.
No, for the.
Well, that's what I would do for edge highlighting.
What's edge highlighting?
Edge highlighting is when you do. So you would I would use that color on every edge, on every raised surface.
Not this part.
No,
that's what I was thinking.
That's trim.
I was thinking trim.
Okay.
But you're right. This is for like light. I got it.
Yes.
I understand that.
So I do. So yeah, that's just more
Let me
white.
See him? I just need to see him.
Okay, that's just more white mixed with the pink, right? Colors are hard, y'all.
You don't want purple.
Colors are hard. No, I don't want purple. I absolutely don't want purple because my other armies are purple. So I don't want more purple.
How do you feel about orange?
I'm okay testing out orange a little bit. And again, I think that's almost triadic.
How do you feel about yellow? Okay.
I don't really want yellow.
And you're sold on the pink being here.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Stop.
Well, can I try something on my models? I'm gonna throw some. You'd like this. I'm gonna throw some paint on there and see what it looks like.
Okay.
Oh, or I'm gonna drop it first.
Those are scary words. I have an idea. You're not gonna like it.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that before.
Yeah, that makes sense, Eridinsk. Oh, the reason I'm singing Waterloo is because I put Eurovision in the background again yesterday. I like that movie a lot.
I have yet to see it.
I don't know if it's your bag.
I like to go through and see what old It's not necessarily great movies are on streaming.
But like, oh, I never saw that.
I saw that a long time ago. And was that as bad as I remember? Was it not as bad?
Yeah, I can see that.
So actually, I started watching the Aeon Flux movie with Charlize Theron, which I remember not being terrible. And I got halfway, not even halfway through it, and I thought, wait a minute, why am I watching this movie? I can probably find the cartoon, which is so good. And yeah, it's on CBS, so I started watching that.
Oh, that's cool.
Much happier.
Well, and that got you somewhere, right?
Yes. Have you seen the Aeon Flux cartoon, the original?
Mm-mm.
It is so good. Yeah, the cartoon's on a couple of different streaming services. I have CBS, so I just watched it on there. It's really good. It's crazy. Yeah, Underwater was it was neat for what it was. And it's a hell of a thing happens at the end of the movie that I won't spoil it for anybody because I didn't know what was going to happen. So there. Okay, so I'm adding pink to all the places where I want the pink to go real quick before I start adding in other colors around it. That's the idea. Oh, I forgot to tell you something really exciting. So the other big thing when you're making a custom Space Marine chapter, which is what I'm doing here with my pink Marines, is you can potentially, you don't have to, but you can come up with a symbol for that chapter. Now, again, you can go with an existing symbol that's already in Warhammer that's used in multiple places, or you can use a symbol that's already on decals and things that you can find to make it easier. Because the problem is if you come up with a brand new symbol, well then either you got to paint it freehand on every one, or you can make your own decals. There's a way to do it where you print out on a certain kind of paper that you can cut out and do the whole process. Did I talk about this? I feel like I've talked about this. Maybe I talked about it on a Wednesday show. But I really like orca whales, which I have talked about before. So I always thought it would be cool if my chapter symbol was an orca whale.
Okay.
I am not going to freehand paint a million orca whale symbols.
And you're not committed.
I don't. Well, we know that already. I should be committed, but I'm not committed. There's no existing Warhammer whale symbol where I could just get a whole bunch of this sheet and cut it out. So there is a 3D print person. Goes by the name of Pop Goes the Monkey.
Ew.
Who has been making parts for your Warhammer models for a few years now. First accessible through Shapeways, then he started his own website. Met the guy at the Las Vegas Open at the beginning of this year. Which is absolutely crazy to think about. And talking to the guy about how his stuff is great. I had already bought a couple of things from him before, but I said, it'd be really cool is if you had something with an orca whale on it. And he said, you're not the first person who's asked for that.
Oh.
So, okay, cool. Fast forward to a few weeks ago, I happened to see something about his site. I go there, as I every so often do, just to look around and see what's new. And he has orca whale parts. So I ordered 120 curved 3D orca whale symbols that you can attach to shoulder pads. So they are on their way, and I will be able to outfit my
that is very
my
sweet.
Army.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, I was pretty excited.
Of course, that's a really joyful ending to that story. Or I don't know, a journey?
Yeah. I will need to figure out what to do for the vehicles, though, because they're very small, curved parts, again, to go on shoulder pads. So I'll need something to...
I could paint them.
Okay. Cool. Okay. That's a little smudgy, but that's okay. All right, let's add some other colors. How's your orc?
Just fine.
The pink whales? Why?
Jesus.
I don't know that that's what the name was going to be. Again, I found there's actually a species or a subspecies, I don't know exactly.
Of dolphin.
Of what?
There's pink dolphins.
Oh, yes, there are pink dolphins. But we're not the dolphins. A purchase whale spent. Thank you, Emily. There's a subspecies or species or whatever you call it of orcas called the orca gladiators. That's an actual thing. So I was like, I think that's my name right there. I think that's my chapter name.
That's a great name. It's a great name.
So what if yellow? So what do you think about these? Contrast paints you gotta shake up really well. No, I don't want to do that. All right, changing my mind already. Where's my blue? Did I give that one to... I lent out some paints. You can gift me.
Okay, so I sent out
what?
Via Amazon my Secret Santa gift.
Oh, nice.
Which is not non-denominational.
Okay.
So if that person doesn't celebrate Christmas, I'm sorry, but like.
Oh, so you did make it.
No, I made no. So like
Wait.
Because I'm their Secret Santa, that's
Yes.
non-denominational. That's not non-denominational.
No, of course it is.
Santa?
Yes. The whole point.
You don't think he's a Christian god?
Okay, first of all, I was the one who started the Secret Santa program because I love giving gifts and I love Secret Santa gift exchanges. But no, there's nothing
rigidly Christian.
No, of course not. No.
Say happy holidays. Christmas and Santa are synonymous.
Right, but a Secret Santa is not just for people celebrating Christmas.
No, of course not. But does that leave out people who celebrate Hanukkah by calling it Santa?
I don't think so. Which is why I started the Secret Santa program.
Well, that's
for
great.
Our group.
That's great. You're the wokest of us all.
Wow. I mean, I'll take it, but
no, I know Santa isn't a Christian thing, but Santa Claus is based on Saint Nick, right?
Yeah,
it's an amalgamation of a pagan holiday. Let's get real.
I'm well aware. Yes,
but there's a person in chat who will be receiving a gift from me in the next 5 days or so.
Is it me?
No, I'm broke.
That's not what I meant in the thing. Is it? Well, I won't ask. It's fine. Well, that's cool. The one that I sent out got there, and it was appreciated. And it's funny. So I do the Secret Santa for the HeroClix forum. I've been doing that one for a bunch of years. Yeah, it's really neat. It's cute. But because I am blessed with, because I get a lot of figures directly from the company, I really like to go all out when it comes to those. And I tend to give a very large gift in that.
The recipient of you.
Yeah, just because I have it and I don't need to hoard it. So like one year my recipient was a dad who was like a little bit into the game, but his kid just got interested in the game, and I'm like, I am sending you everything. I sent him a gigantic box of stuff. But
how sweet.
But this time I did the usual. Like I sent a whole bunch of figures. Why can't we see what you were painting? That's a good question. Remind us and we'll lift it up. Sorry. It's tough to have multiple cameras and running off of a laptop, but I'm working on a pink paint scheme for my Space Marines, and now I'm looking at what colors will go with it. I really like this hot pink that I've created
more nicely though
with the use of pigments. Well, I mean, it's a fair question because that
could have been asked
because they're staring at.
This is your channel.
Our faces pointed down, and we're just painting away. It's a good question. Because our faces are, it's more important that you see our faces than what we're working on.
I mean, look at mine.
Because that's the moneymaker. What was I going with? Oh yeah,
you're just a giving, tithing human.
So with the HeroClix one, we're all supposed to open our things on the same day, but a couple people have been opening theirs early, mainly because
people are sad and want things. And
exactly.
You can't blame them.
Totally understandable. So my person happened to be one of the people who opened it early, but he was very thankful.
They have a thread going, oh, I hope I get Scott this year. That.
I don't know that.
You know it. Because you go above, you ruin it for all the people with the cap.
Didn't ruin it.
With the cap of how much they're supposed to spend. I'm right.
I don't know. You're right. I'm not looking for
points.
Yeah.
I know you're not. Okay. I'm just saying you make it hard on the other people that have to spend only $20.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. Do you like this orange color?
Yep. I think you need to do that one in magenta.
Ugh. I'm doing this in blue.
I think you're going to make a mistake.
I like blue, though.
Then great. And it's not a mistake.
It could still be a mistake.
Well, we're going to find out the hard way, aren't we?
I tried once to have the camera running, pointing down, and the webcam on my laptop, but then the fans kicked in wrong. Hard.
Scroll's not wrong at all.
That's a really good idea.
Like some turquoise, and that's kind of why I was leaning towards.
That's what I'm going.
That's not turquoise.
Well, but when I lighten it up, it will be. Okay. You gotta start dark, and then work your way up to the lighter. This paint is very thick. It's old. It needs to be rejuvenated.
Is on the trick or treating. What am I? What does that mean, Em? What?
What are you?
I don't know. I'm a trick. I turn tricks. I'm a treat that turns tricks.
Well, there's your new.
No, my sub points now from Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Can you guess what Pandar changed them to?
No.
Chicken tacos. Isn't that cute?
That's pretty great.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
No, it's...
Go back. Undo.
Okay. Well, not that I'm a pro, but I am a fan of... I think I scared that person away, which was my point. Using your finger...
Okay.
Or water or paper towels to clean up mistakes, quote unquote mistakes.
Okay.
And it actually brings texture to things.
Sure. Yeah.
I once read somewhere, which again, all of this is subjective, that you're not a real painter if your spit and your thumbprint isn't all over it. I added the spit part.
No, that's a... Excuse me. There's apparently, in miniature painting... spit has long been a thing that you use to get a good consistency and thin down your paints.
Yep.
Which I didn't know until I was watching a video that was about spit blending.
You should well, so here's when I do it, and I didn't, this now that. So do you know about the mercury poisoning when women were painting clocks with mercury, and they would to thin the brush out, they would just go like this.
Sure.
And that was just the style that they taught. And then died horrible deaths. So that's what I was just going to say to cry some more is that sometimes if I don't want to get more water on the brush, I'll just go like this, like real quick, like, and it will help just keep a little bit moist, but not crazy shit. Yeah, the Radium Girls, that's what it is.
I mean, look, they died for their art.
For a job, bro.
I'm kidding.
If you're kidding, be funny.
Why start now?
Yeah.
I mean, radium is good and beneficial in some cases.
In the way it's delivered, I'm sure. If you're just joining us, you made a mistake.
I'm sorry.
You've come across the wrong channel. His name is Scott. This is his channel. I just do him this favor, pretending to be his friend. Have you ever seen the movie Can't Buy Me Love? It's like that, where he's the Patrick Dempsey who has $1,000 to give to the girl who spilled wine on her mother's white leather skirt. And she wasn't supposed to be wearing her mother's outfit, but her mother's an absentee mother anyway. And Patrick Dempsey wants to... No, not really. Patrick Dempsey wants to be famous, and this girl's not famous, but popular. And this girl's popular, so he coaxes her. He's like, well, I was going to spend this $1,000 hard-earned money mowing lawns on this telescope, but since you're hot and I want to be popular, if I give you this $1,000, you have to be my girlfriend for 1 week so that he can be popular.
This is a good movie?
It's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay, good.
Classic Patrick Dempsey. There's another one, I think it's the pizza guy, where he had to order anchovies and olives and he'd fuck you.
What? That didn't make it on the list of silly movies that I like.
Clearly.
Apparently.
They're riding off in the mower scene, and they actually do. Can't I be loved? The Beatles song. Okay, dude, fuck you.
The table's shaking. That's all.
I did it on purpose.
I know you're so excited.
I did it on purpose for effect.
The earth was moving.
I feel the earth move under my feet. Running down, earth move.
Tell me you hate it.
I don't. I think the inside wings could be like a deeper orange, or like the outside wings could be. I think.
Well, I'm gonna do a wash on it, so it's gonna bring out the detail.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
What I'm suggesting is, since there's 2 layers, differentiate the layers by different colors. I
hear what you're saying. The only thing is, the idea is to do this on like 100 models. So I do want to keep it
sustainable.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I love it.
So on the chest of a Space Marine standard, there's what's called the Aquila.
Loverboy was the pizza movie. Yeah.
It's a eagle, and I have painted that orange. I'm going to add a wash, which is going to make it a little bit darker. Pick out some of the details. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I get those shoulder pads done.
I like the idea of turquoise. I think... I don't
see, now how do I reinvigorate this?
You put a drop of that.
No, of this, right?
Of this.
But why?
Because that's the water.
All right.
Just try it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
No, as Squirrel knows, Squirrel and I have very similar tastes in comedic movies.
Oh.
But I just don't know the ones that you're talking about.
Do you like that one, Squirrel?
I think he does. I think he said.
How many yards did he have to cut for that money? Quite a lot. All summer long. He didn't have time for his friends. The American bandstand scene is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Black Cavalier, that's true. They're not really... Maybe that orange isn't the way to go.
And I believe Seth Green's in the film as a kid. Oh, I don't know if I know just one of the guys. Well, I know I don't know just one of the guys. How about that? Definitely had a Patrick Dempsey dream the other day.
Ooh.
It's really great.
What else has he been in? What has he been in that I know of?
He's McDreamy.
Oh, okay.
And in the earlier films, he had more of a schnoz, and then he got surgery, and he credits that to the success of his career.
Wonderful.
Isn't that nice?
That's fantastic.
Good for him. But then the woman from Dirty Dancing and Ferris Bueller did the same thing, and she was unrecognizable.
Right. She dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, she ended up coming back for... Yeah, I mean, she just didn't look the same.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that she didn't think she was beautiful with the nose she was given, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to say? But if she's happier, she's happier.
Sure. Sure. Okay, so this is pretty rough. I'm just kind of slapping paint on these shoulder pads.
One of the guys... Wait, it started the girl pretending to be a guy movie? Maybe it started the movie, but the original, like, think about it. Let's go back to the story you had us read. Oh, wait. No, that's not the one. Yeah, right? Where they wore the women's clothing?
Yeah, I mean, that's... There's...
But then there's Shakespeare, where Olivia...
Newton-John.
Nope. Viola dresses as Cesario.
There's my thumbprint right there.
Woo! Oh, that's going to be your insignia.
No, I'm going to... I stuck my thumb right on the part that I just painted. Pro painter and pro streamer.
Right here, folks.
I'm a double threat. You're moving the table.
Relax a little bit.
It's not in my nature.
Wait.
Did you paint your shirt?
Oh, but pink, purple, kind of cool. It's not the same. Okay.
Just one of those. I don't. The best. Wait, is it? Girl pretending to be a guy movie is. Wow, what's the name of it?
The one with the. Oh, God, if you say that soccer movie.
Yes, the soccer movie.
Such a dork.
I've seen that movie so many times. It's so good. What's the name of that movie?
Oh, I don't know. Just one of the guys.
No. What's the name of that movie? It's Oh, shit. This guy keeps falling down. No, not Ladybugs. That's the guy being pretending to be a girl.
Who doesn't love that movie though?
A good movie.
Probably doesn't stand up, but it's probably, I can't imagine. I think I tried to watch it a couple of years ago and went, nope, because you just need some movies to stay in your brain. You know,
she's the man. Thank you. Great movie.
Yeah, you're probably wrong about that.
Oh, Squirrel says Ladybugs does not stand up at all.
Yeah, I can't imagine it does. Because Rodney Dangerfield would have no audience today. But I still love the shit, you know? Yeah, like, go back to Caddyshack and...
Back to School. One of the best movies ever.
Do these guys have tan pants, you think? Yeah.
Sure.
Tan pants.
Tan pants.
Tan France.
She's the man who's great.
Triple Lindy.
Also great. Okay, so now we have pink shoulder pads, so we get a more complete picture.
Okay.
Now again, oh, my back. So this is definitely a pink marine. Let's try some blue.
What time is it?
So I don't know, it's almost 4. Not quite. Oh yeah, squirrel. That's probably not. We'll just cut that scene out. We'll skip over that one.
Yeah.
I was going to start with Cantor Blue and then move up to some other blue. What do I have? I have another blue around here somewhere. But yeah, I was going to start a little bit muted and then do another layer and a little bit brighter. But who knows? Are you going to paint more than one? So the idea is that once I find my perfect pink, or once I make my perfect pink, and then find all the colors that I want to accessorize it, that yes, I will do that to my entire Space Marines army, which is pretty substantial. I have a lot of miniatures. And yeah, if you are, I don't know if you're new to Warhammer or not, but when you have an army in Warhammer, you come up with your color scheme for your army and your backstory and your, all that stuff. And then, you can either go with an existing one from the books or create your own. Why pink? I really like the color pink. Pink looks cool. And I think an army of pink is going to be really eye-catching. And we've looked and there are a couple of Space Marine chapters. It's not easy, yeah, and that's why I've been working on trying to figure out a good way to do it. And there's no, Games Workshop doesn't have any pinks that are really hot pink like I'm looking for. So that's why my wife, who makes soaps, she makes soaps, and so in the soap making business she uses micas and pigments. So that's what I'm playing with, is a pink pigment. So I've been mixing that with various mediums to try to come up with a paint version of it. You're right, of course, that Emperor's Children, obviously they look super great in pink, and I also do play Emperor's Children, but I wanted pink for my loyalists as well, but a different color scheme in general. All right, so blue, we're going to do the casing on the bolt gun for sure. I probably should have done the lower part first. Oh, it's all just testing. And yeah, I've been building and collecting for a while, a couple editions ago, so I have a fairly substantial army, and I need to paint it one of these days.
Squirrel, I love that you get her soaps.
For anyone thinking about getting into painting, do it now. Don't wait, because as you get older, it gets more difficult. Not impossible, just a little bit more difficult. Yeah, and I'm not going to be too careful with this because, again, I just want to get the blue on so that we can see what it looks like next to the pink. What I really want to do is have the eye lenses in the helmets be blue.
Ooh, they should be really light blue, kind of like Galactus.
Well, I was gonna definitely do a glow effect, like they're lit up from inside.
Very cool.
But I wanted it to be,
be cool.
Blue.
Be cool.
Thanks. We'll see. I also need to finish my evil trees. Did you see my evil trees?
I see them in the corner there. What would you like me to know about them?
That they're evil.
Why? Are they like Ents?
They were just born that way.
Oh. Not enough time to explain it, I see.
I'm just so focused. Evil trees. I think it's nature versus nurture. So yeah, in this kit you get 3. Ow, goddamn. You get 3 trees. This one has these things on top. I don't know. This other one has a bunch of suckers. So it's just like your chat. I still need to attach a bunch more. And then the third one has fronds, and that's the one I've just barely begun. Ouch. God.
Yeah, you deserve it.
It has a lot of spiky things to it. So, and these kits were this kit was really weird. I thought it was an older GW kit because the plastic is kind of crappy and parts don't go together super well, but apparently it's only been around for a few years. But I was told that some of these terrain kits are a little wonky. Okay, so we got some blue in the mix. What do we think? We'll just at a glance with the pink, the blue. Now again, I'm going to lighten the blue, but I wanted to get a darker base coat before I lighten up. But yeah, I agree. The orange isn't really popping against the pink, so I need to either find a different shade or go.
I think yellow might work.
That blue is really dark.
I support you.
Thanks.
This is your journey, not mine.
Welcome, Rage Gauge. So we were actually just talking about the Death Guard because we're not actually.
Sounds like a character we used to play on an RPG.
Rage Gauge?
So, remember Rage Cajun or something like that? Something that would show up often enough.
I don't, but
it's just familiar.
Okay.
Rage Gauge is from something.
Okay. I mean, I believe you. Yeah, so we were talking about Death Guard while painting other things. Paint a dark red first, then orange over the top. Yeah. That could work. I don't know. More testing. I feel like I'm never going to find like the perfect...
With that attitude.
Well, I mean, hey. I do feel closer, though.
Yeah.
I do feel like I am closer.
The pink is there.
Dead Zone TV. Yeah, no, like I was saying, I'm trying to find my perfect paint scheme. So starting with the pink. Yeah, the pink is good. I like the pink. Now I'm just looking for the good accent colors with it to pop and give some contrast to it. He's kind of Power Ranger-y.
Okay, you ready?
I am. Let's see it.
Just the body, really. I mean, I've touched up some things, but
cool. Ooh, he's nice. Gotta show the people at home.
Do you have any criticism for it? Because I'd like some.
For the guy?
Yeah.
With just the body, you said, because obviously you're still working on the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like it. Did you paint all the teeth, or?
I think I did, but I just need to clean it up, I think.
Or do you want to give like a color inside the mouth?
I don't know how do you do that? What's the standard? Like
I mean,
I get red tongue?
You could do like a. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you need it.
No, I don't love what's going on.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, or some kind of a red or reddish.
Oh,
pink.
so it's red. Yeah, so it's not like a cartoon, but like a inside red. Got it.
But yeah, I like the face. I like the eyes. Neat. Show him. You don't like it. I do like it.
I did a good job. You don't think so?
I
thought it was really great. You don't think so?
You asked for.
I know, because you just didn't think you liked it.
No, I do like it.
It's unbelievable.
Show the people at home. He looks great. Yeah, no, we got weird. Show the eyes. The eyes.
The eyes didn't really do anything.
When you look at them up close, they do. It's just they're so sunken in, but you can definitely see that they're in there. But yeah, it looks like just the mouth needs just something in there.
Change that, yeah.
But it's great.
I thought it did the shadowing okay too. I'm proud. What am I stepping on?
Trash. We're full of trash. He looks great. So are you going to make this orc look just like him?
I'm gonna probably keep the grots on the darker side.
Cool.
And then make that orc similar to him.
Yeah, I like on orcs when the grots and the orcs look different, like they're different
dumb.
species.
We're gonna get that as a bit.
Yeah, never gonna live that one down. She's dumb. I like it.
Okay, put it down. It stays here.
Okay, fine.
Oh, hi, Dreadlord Herc. You would know. See? As long as you think it's good, that's all that matters.
I should have done more testing on one of these guys, because honestly, I look at this and I think, oh, well, I need brown for this part and like all the colors that don't matter for, especially when I'm doing a big batch. But I just like this gets in the way of my.
So I was thinking about the tunic being orange. The whole tunic being orange.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter though, because again, most Marines don't have that. That's just like this model has something a little bit extra on it, so I really don't need to worry about that. It's just again, just my eye is drawn to that because it's not painted.
Thanks. I think it looks good too. And you know what? I painted it myself.
It's true, folks. It's true.
That's not true.
Which part?
That orange has nothing to do with pink.
I mean, they're both colors. Well, you don't want to paint your thing just one color. You want some accent color. But I don't know. Yeah, that orange is not. It's not spiffy enough.
Yeah, I think you're suffering from the fact that you're not dealing with other neon paints.
No, that's a possibility. We do have some other.
I would say it's probably worth looking into that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I could see a turquoise living there more in that kind of hot pigment,
sure.
And then I would be more willing to see a green go that direction too.
Ooh,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. The
more you get in that world, if you're since you're in the hot world, it's kind of hard to put other things in there.
100% in the hot world.
Because if you're not going to put gold, you're making a mistake.
Why?
I think gold should be your accents. I think gold should be your accent. I think it adds the shimmery without having to be neon. It's like, think about someone who's got like hot pink and then like a cool gold chain on top. I can just see it like looking cool.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll
then the
test
other
it.
thing is like with hot pink, there was like a phase where it's like cheetah print with like turquoise cheetah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I can envision that.
I mean, it's its own version of tacky. And with that, though, actually, so there's a world where you take that pink, and actually you don't need to go crazy, but you do something like this. When this is what we'll leave you guys with. I have a shitty paintbrush.
Oh. I was already using my shitty paintbrush.
Silver would work too.
That's what I was wondering.
It's a choice.
Well, I mean, they're all choices.
So, like...
Oh, that is toast.
It's
okay.
all
gunked up.
It's okay.
All right.
It'd basically be something like... You could have, like, that kind of blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then your other pieces accented like that. You know, around it. Or, like, if you do...
that's essentially... That's kind of like what the bolt gun is going to look like.
If it's that light blue, yeah.
Because I'm gonna lighten the blue, or it's not going to be this dark.
Or the wings could be that with the black skull. It's possible. Oh, I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is
yes.
The tunic. If it's a tunic, it's white with these kind of accents.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So you leave pieces white.
Yeah.
Which I was leaning towards because of the Power Rangers.
Right.
And then put blue and black accents in there. Could be cool.
Could be. Yeah, so we're looking at color wheel. I don't know. Color wheel confuses me more than it helps me usually. But there is I mean, the triadic is almost where I am with the pink, and that's kind of what I was looking at. So the pink, orange, and blue. In that world, dark. At least, we're right. But I'm going to lighten that blue.
So that's why it's hard to see that.
Yes, yes. But that is something where I'm living. Because again, the exact complementary to pink would be some sort of
teal,
like exactly. A lime green for complementary, which I don't want.
Let's see.
So yeah, hold on. We're playing, we're testing, lots of tests. I know, right? Color wheel is it's something. I don't know.
So like this was like a leopard thing that was happening for a while.
Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. And then you look up neon, right? Okay. And then look at that.
Sure.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That the yellow in there is cool.
Well, yeah, or right, going muted colors versus the pink is one option, or like Jessica was saying, just go full on crazy with all the colors, getting other essentially neon colors to go along with it. Yeah, either way they'll be.
Yeah, I love that actually. It's an option.
It's an option. Yes.
Or that's cool. Ooh, and it kind of does the 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, because your eye sees it at the different wavelengths.
Well, no, but just that, yeah. It doesn't do that, but it's like, that's why it would
be right, good. That's what yes.
Okay, thanks so much for watching. This is our last time doing it ever, and...
You're never coming back?
Never coming back.
Never coming back. You heard it. This was the finale.
That being said, I think Dune isn't happening. Oh, Dune probably is happening, but I'll probably be here. But it is Hanukkah, and I will be celebrating.
Right. But yes, cry some more. That's
hi, Jared John.
Cry some more. That's exactly what I'm working on. Is trying to find what I really like, then how I can. Well, again, in the case of the pink, like how I actually make it, and then be able to replicate that, and then be able to batch paint 1 million Marines.
You'll do so much better when I'm not here to criticize you too.
I don't know about that. But I need your ideas, and your knowledge of the materials is a lot more than what abusive. I have. Well, what is it? It's a parasocial relationship. I don't know what the exact definition of that is.
Parasocial is when you think you have a relationship with someone because you're experiencing their life from a one-sided view.
No. So then I'm thinking of something
else.
You're not
parasocial. Symbiotic almost. It could be a symbiotic abusive relationship.
Parasitic. That's the... Jesus. But which one is the parasite? Which one is the host?
You are the parasite.
Yes, Jarrett. Black Templars, Iron Hands, Raven Guard. There are a bunch of armies out there that are black and white. You can, not to say that that's necessarily easy to paint, but you can.
I think it's a style.
You can do those.
Oh, look at that! That guy up there is a good example of a bunch of white, a bunch of black, and like accents of like green, teal, up there. second shelf to all the way to the right.
Back? No, all the way.
Second shelf at the top, front of top.
Okay.
To the right.
Yes.
Bigger guy. White.
Yes.
Black guns.
Yes.
Teal little doohickeys.
Yes.
Pretty cool looking.
Okay. Yep.
And there's some hot red on the buttons.
Yeah, a tiny bit. Little accents.
I'm just saying that looks cool. I guess. It's not what I would just...
Okay. I don't know what the name of that thing is. It's a thing. Yes, in Death Watch, yeah. Black armor, silver arm. Done. Cool. Are you ready to get your Death Guard army now? After talking about
They're just so disgusting.
They're so gross. They have some cool new rules though.
But there's no redemptive qualities besides that. You know, like the look of them. I'd rather paint those like really wispy ones. Like you know what I'm talking about, like angelic ones.
Yeah.
Angelic.
I mean, look, some people like the grossness of them.
Well, I don't hate these guys are not like pretty.
Right. Well, I don't know. Orcs can be pretty.
There's like their attitude.
That's true. The Death Guard and the followers of Nurgle are very giving. They want to give hugs. They want to spread.
That's not true.
Everything. Well, I mean, they want to spread all their disease and corruption and everything else. So
they're basically COVID-19, but people who don't believe in it.
It's grandfather's blessing, as they call it. Nurgle is grandfather Nurgle.
Tell everyone where they can find us.
You can find me here. I stream most weekdays, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So in the morning for us here on the West Coast. I talk about mythology on Mondays. We just finished reading Ovid's Metamorphoses. We're going to look into Irish mythology, which I'm not very familiar with at all. Unfortunately, I can't really find a lot of good primary sources, which I always really like to do. That, so,
I think a lot of people
still working on that for Monday. With mythology. And we've done a lot of Greek mythology. We've done some Roman. We've done some. We read we're the Epic of Gilgamesh. So we bounce around. We talked about Egyptian a little bit, but yes, that's 10 a.m. on Mondays. Tuesdays we look at toys like what's behind us. What?
They're like.
Yes. Wednesday we do. Yes, Norse mythology we did as well.
You should do a not safe for work toys.
Well, actually, I did. I did an episode on risque 90s toys.
But 10 a.m. in the morning?
Well, it's not 10 a.m. everywhere.
You should do 10 p.m. at
10 p.m. I mean, I could. I don't have... Oh, To Christ and More, you are from Greece. Awesome. Yeah, I love Greek mythology. I talk about it a lot. I have a degree in it. Partly. That's 222. Yes. No, we talked about it. Because there was a line of toys of porn stars in the 90s, and they were anatomically correct action figures.
No.
Yep. And we talked about that. And then I was actually watching a documentary, and there was one of those toys, and it was a weird thing. But anyway, and I was like, oh, I just talked about that on my stream.
Because they saw that you were talking about it, so like,
I guess so. Yeah. I don't have any of those, unfortunately. I have some like naughty-ish Lady Death toys, but I don't have any of those specific ones. I'm just waiting for like a tooth to...
Well, you know it won't happen because I got Invisalign.
Okay, well, good. Yes, and then Wednesday we do Warhammer in the morning. More of this kind of stuff. And Thursdays I usually don't stream, and then Fridays is Figure Friday. So looking at models that aren't Games Workshop related or just other stuff, whatever I feel like it. Where can they find you?
Jessica Nerdy. Tonight we're going to be doing an RPG.
We are over on Cameron Rice's
Cameron Rice.
Yes.
And you probably don't want to follow me because I stream Fortnite now. So
for the kids, with the kids.
Not even. I mean, Chicky was pretty excited though. It was pretty cute. It's pretty darn cute. He's like, I'm famous, and he's like, I'm so good at this game now. It's like, it's a mishmash of Cameron's style.
Yes, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, it'll be I don't think it's a...
It's a holiday special.
Yeah, I don't think it's not horror, but I don't know if it's going to be quite as comedic as our Thanksgiving one. It'll be 7 p.m. Pacific tonight.
I'll be there, so it'll be comedic. Can't be helped.
Well, this is true. Cool. Thanks, everybody. And
who are you sending them to?
Oh, I always forget to do that. Well, honestly, usually, thank you so much for the follow. Usually when I'm done on the weekdays, aren't many other people streaming.
That's fair.
But yes, on a Saturday...
You gotta raid people that do the same thing you do.
Yeah, I don't follow enough people. I know that. But
no, it's not that. It's just you look it up to see what's happening.
Working on it.
Just do raid.
Oh.
/raid.
/raid, then what?
Isn't the name.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for the new follows. Thanks for the subscriptions. Again, we will start very soon. We'll talk about this on Wednesday, but we have the Gladiator, so we'll decide how we're going to build it and what we're going to do with it, what we're going to call it. And we are going to raid... Yeah. Tiny Chris is awesome. Let's go see what they're working on over there. Come on, go. Yes, and all the usual things. You can buy my book. You can...
Oh, yeah, buy the book. It's a great Christmas gift.
It's true. Oh, I have one nearby. I wrote a book. Okay, bye.